Hi, I'm Kimberly of Our Eden Cultivated, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to make a garden ornament. It's winter here right now, so just wanting a little bit of color, and I thought today would be a perfect day to start working on something for the spring. Okay, first of all, you're gonna need some tops of cans, different sizes, like a bigger size and a smaller size. And if you have one of those kind of can openers that does a perfect straight edge around it, which I do not, that would probably be awesome because it is a little bit harder for the things to adhere to it, as I figured out yesterday. So you're also going to need some kind of metallic colored spray paint. You could either do gold or silver. I'm just going to do silver. And then you'll need some things to glue onto it. I did these yesterday, so these are going to be the two flowers that are going to be mounted on one of these sign stakes that you can get at like a hardware store. And then you glue one here and one here, and you stick it in the ground, and then show off some pretty colors. This time of year there's really nothing outside that's pretty, and I saw these online and I thought I would try making them myself. You could use other things besides sea glass. I happen to love beachy themes, but you could use, I have some fun starfish. I also have just regular seashells, and I thought maybe we could do one with some of these big pearls in the middle as the center of the flower. And I also have other things like beads that don't, you're not going to use it anymore because this is all stretched out. I have just different kinds of beads and things that used to be a pin. So we could just do very many different ways. You could use really anything you have in your house that is you could use anything that you have saved over the years, like if you've saved some items that you wanted to make into a stepping stone or things like that. So let's get started. Alright, so first of all, we're going to spray paint these so that they're a solid color. You don't have to do this part. Okay, and then we're going to let that dry. While we're letting that dry, let's talk about some different designs that we could do. So one of them is bigger than the other one, which I found out yesterday. I kind of did mine opposite of how it should have probably been done, and maybe that was why I had a hard time getting mine to stick. But you could do this sort of design if you have some seashells. And then I thought I might do something where I'm doing both. So I have some more sea glass here, and I have some more. I have some more shells, but I don't know what I want to do yet. I'm just kind of trying to decide. I had this idea in my head yesterday, and then I do like these, and I really way I could use them. So I'm just gonna get some colors out and see what I think, because if I'm gonna use this pattern, that's probably gonna work on the bigger one. They're very heavy. We also used some E6000 to glue it on. And we'll see if that works or if I might need to go to hot glue for this particular one. Or you could just do, I'm just going to take the opposite side of this other one that I did yesterday. And what you could just, put the big thing in the middle and you could build it around that if you wanted to. Just play with it and see what you think. Might put, opposite things on opposite sides. It doesn't have to turn out to look like a flower either. It could be pretty much whatever your imagination. I mean, you could, if you had a bunch of these kind of beads, you could, I didn't have very many of those, but you could do all kinds of things. So just let your imagination run wild. And when we get to the process of gluing them on in a little while after the spray paint dries, then we'll see what happens. Something doesn't seem right. Quite right. Maybe this one's supposed to go like that. And if you have something that is more flat, because this one's not flat, so I wouldn't be able to put anything on top of it to press it down for it to dry that way. But yesterday I took a heavy glass container and I stuck it on top of it to keep the glass pieces from falling off. I might do it. Use this one and do it this way, so that the more flat side is the side that is maybe somebody out there knows how you can get your E6000 to stop just squirting out all over the place. And maybe that's you, and maybe you could comment down below that you know how to get it to stop just going everywhere. Probably shouldn't have started with it here in the top part of it. That's probably why. Probably should have started down here and started squeezing. Like a piece of, or a toothpaste tube. This one seems like it's going to be fine because my pieces aren't hanging off that much. But the one I did yesterday, it just was, the pieces weren't staying on. And so that's why I used something to put the lid on that before it squirts out anymore. So anyway, those are the projects as I've finished them so far. Pieces aren't hanging off that much, but the one I did yesterday, it just was, the pieces weren't staying on. And so that's why I used something to that before it squirts out anymore. So anyway, those are the projects as I've finished them so far. And hurry up and put your lid back on.